Hello, everyone. This is Joshua Obano, co-founder Trust Fact Fire Movement. A big shout out to all my co-founders, Benedict Obafweko, Monica Moru, and Kevin Okonzua. I also want to say a big thank you to all our YouTube followers, all our WhatsApp group family. God bless you all. Today, I came out to debunk the interview granted to Chinese television by size-Iyamu yesterday. I can only speak and talk on some relevant points from the interview, which borders on the minds of our people before they get confused by his lies. First on the agenda, I would like to speak of where he denied saying Adams Aliyu Oshomole is not a member of a faction from the APC. The question was, would you consider Adams Aliyu Oshomole as a member of a faction? And then he said he hates a situation where they are dragging Adams Aliyu Oshomole into all these issues, and that Aliyu Oshomole is not a member of a faction in APC. That's a big lie. What is a faction? Using the political term, a political faction like EPM are groups of individuals within a larger entity like APC in general, breaking out of a united common political purpose that differs from the original group. EPM was formed from APC, so which means they broke out a group of aggrieved members, broke out of this whole entity, APC, to form EPM. So if they broke out and their leader, the leader of this group happened to be Adams Aliyu Oshomole, the former governor of Edo State, now the national chairman of APC. So what does that make Adams Aliyu Oshomole? That a man who called himself a pastor will come out of national TV to lie about a common thing known to everyone like that. It's a shame. Number two, he said that the leaders of APC do not want Governor Obaseki to come back for a second term. My question to him is, who are the leaders? Is it those that broke out of the group to form EPM? Are those now the leader of the whole entity? That's where he's getting it wrong. He should check his facts well. He also claimed that those who do not agree with him do not belong to the faction led by Adams Aliyu Oshomole. Well, I am not a member of the APC, neither am I a member of the PDP. I stand for ideology, and that's why I support AAC. But presently, there is no one in Edo State that can fill that seat to govern the state better than Governor Norigase Obaseki. And that's why we are all rallying around, and we will all get together to give him his support. Because what he has done in a short while, in less than 4 years, the achievements is recorded in that state is second to none. Putting Lucky Gbenedion's tenure and Adams Aliu Oshomole together, I'm talking about 16 years of these two, cannot be compared to the 3 years Governor Obaseki, nearly 4 years he has run the state. So we stand for progression. And when we see a good running system, we run behind them. Obaseki has proven to be a good leader, so to say. He's proven to be a good leader. He's not only leading, he's got ideas. And then he's got a perfect system running, a good structure with modern model. So, how do we see something really good and nice as he has performed? And then some are greedy individuals who want to change that. It's unbearable. How long do they think they will continue to take us for a ride? We will not continue to be mumu forever. Our mumu don't do. We are all coming back to the grassroots to educate our people against all these criminal-minded elements who wants to destroy and take the state back to where they think it belongs to. I'm not here all to start praising Obaseki, but all I can do is give him his credit. He's done well. It's not to say he's using his money or something to do all these things, but he has done more than expected. If the past ones have done a bit of what he did, we won't be where we are today. We won't be. So let's not digress and move forward. He said, if Oshomole, who imposed Governor Obaseki on them in the past election that made him broke out of APC to join PDP, you see him like a snitch. You can't have him staying at a place unless he has something to benefit from it. He moved out of APC, he joined PDP. He said, if the same man who brought and imposed Obaseki on them is now saying he doesn't want him anymore, then what word would you use to classify such a person? What is the definition of godfatherism? What's the definition of a dictator? Who are they fooling? Certainly not us. And we won't let this happen. And we will not let our people fall for their tricks of stomach infrastructure ever again. We are going to stand against all their plans and fight for justice. We are going to fight to see that Obaseki come back for a second time. That's a pastor. He also said that he surprised a man who claimed his second term is not negotiable, is now bringing God into it. Ha! It should have been credit to him. You as a pastor should know that when you bring God into anything, it only tells you that With God, all things are possible. But it seems you don't even believe in God. This statement shouldn't be coming out from you, size-Iyamu. You're castigating a man who said, with God, his re-election will be guaranteed. It's a shame. It's a shame. I wonder what you actually believe on. Because now we know Godwin Obaseki, who is not a pastor, believe God can do this for him. Yeah? God will not come from heaven to do it for him. God is going to use people like us and those who mean well for that state to do it for him. The next point I want to point out here is he said APC in Edo have a choice of either losing the state to opposition. To opposition. Who are the opposition? In my opinion, we are the opposition. PDP members are the opposition. SDP members are the opposition. And maybe you're not carrying out your statistic properly. You need to send your people around to ask, who are these members supporting today? Even the PDP members, we can see them all running out behind Obaseki. And then you're not talking about either they leave you with the ticket. You want them to leave you with the ticket? Size-Iyamu, if you don't know. Huh? If you ring Obaseki out, APC is completely dead in that state. AAC, we will be ready to grab him, and all the Edos will stand behind him. But this is just a tip of the iceberg. There is no way, with your criminal-minded activities, with all the fraud allegation against you, you still have the guts to come out to speak about you as a first choice against a progressive governor like that. Well, you should be ashamed of yourself, Pastor size-Iyamu. Please share this video. Let him hear me speak. From a reliable source, I heard you are not even a bona fide member, not even a card carrier, APC card carrier. Your ward does not even recognize your presence in that party. And you're here talking about it's better to for the party to stand behind you than lose to opposition. Well, let's move on. In the past 1 to 2 years, his words, size-Iyamu's words, he said the state has been shut down by unnecessary tensions caused by the governor. Well done. Let me clap to that. Caused by the governors. The governor's non-negotiable second-term bid. Interesting. This man was doing his bidding, working hard, invited by the president here and there to accompany him to different occasions when it comes to nation building. People are coming from all over Africa to adopt his system of governance. He's been busy paying salaries, busy making sure he doesn't owe nobody. And then from nowhere, because all those revenues which you people thought he was going to use to service your selfish and personal interest, he has decided to channel it to the right channel. You started fighting him, and that's why you are quoting for the past 1.5 years. Yes, that's true. The first 2 years was peaceful for him. He was busy working. He refused to share the money as you wanted him to do. And now you come out to say everything has stopped. A big lie. Pastor, I will never call you a pastor again, sorry. Size-Iyamu. Because if I stand here or sit here to call you a pastor, then I should stop going to church. I will stop going to church if people like you will be carrying the title pastor. What's the point? Let's go on. He claims economy is not working and governor is responsible for COVID-19 outbreak. And that they wanted him, his words, they wanted the governor to lock down the state. You want the governor to lock down a state? Good. The president came out to lock down 3 states. From his statistics, he said if he had locked down the state, they would have been he said he should have locked down the state, and that 3 states in Nigeria were completely locked down. How many states do we have in Nigeria? 36 plus the federal state capital. That's 37. And the president came out to lock down 3 states. And you're opening your mouth to say 3 states were locked down. All right? He partially locked down the states. He shared palliatives. He distributed palliatives. And then he took care of the COVID-19 patients. The outbreak has no state restriction. COVID-19 broke out from China, killed as many as possible all over the world. People around Nigeria, including Mr. President, came to Godwin Obaseki to adopt his COVID-19 model. And you are using that against him. God forbid this man locked down like you people had wished he did. You would have been the first to come back again on TV to use it against him, saying he had locked down the states. People are dying. Would you lock down a place completely when you have nothing to take care of your citizens? Man, I wonder where you come from or what planet you live in. Why are other state governors, including the so-called lockdown state, Lagos State, Sanwo-Olu, going to Obaseki to adopt his model? Young man, wake up. Thank you. Let's move on. I wasn't even surprised that Sheung, the reporter, Channel Television, did not even acknowledge you as a pastor, a so-called pastor. That's what he called you. He never addressed you as Pastor Size-Iyamu, because I think that word pastor was too heavy for him to even say, until you have to paint it, I'm a pastor of Redeem. Shame on you, a pastor of Redeem. coming out on national TV to lie. I wonder what the Redeemers will be thinking. If they find you interesting, then that's not a church to ever visit again. He said, I would just say Edo people should thank Governor Obaseki because he's done so well for the state. So well for the state. Pastor Iyamu said they are not criticizing Gio because they are in the same party. They are not criticizing Governor Obaseki because they are in the same party. Can you just hear a man saying they don't want to bring out things he's doing? They are not criticizing him so much because they are in the same party. We want to hear your reasons for criticizing him. That little you say you are criticizing him on, let's hear the reasons. Because the opposition party are waiting to hear all these things. We are waiting. But until now, we still haven't found anything. We can't fault that man. So if opposition who are supposed to be out there digging him down, dragging him backwards, are there saying, man, you're good, man. You're doing well. What exactly are your interests? What are you criticizing? What do you want at Osadebe Avenue? What do you want? Allow Governor Obaseki to rule and continue his good work for a second term. When he is done, and before he is done, your likes, Tony Kabaka, Odobu, all these criminal-minded people, you will all be retired by then, politically. Because we don't want to see any of you there. And if proper structural system should be enacted in that state before Geo leaves, so that whoever is coming back will have nothing to worry about rather than to follow the system. Criminals. He said party members are to vote for Governor Obaseki, which Size-Iyamu claim Obaseki has insulted. And I'm just going to repeat the same question. Is it only those of them who broke out of APC to form EPM, the faction, are they the only party leaders that are going to vote? And my other question is, has Governor Obaseki sacked all APC members and now working with only opposition members in his regime? Does it mean this deputy governor is from PDP or AAC? Size-Iyamu, please think before opening your guts. There is no room at Osadebe Avenue for you. Go back to your farm if you still have any. Because at the end of the day, all you're doing, like we know you so well, is to come and gain some political recognition. Scam as much as you can. Before we know it now, you're running around the whole APC governors in the state to support your fraudulent movement. It will never work. Never. I am glad I saw on TV again yesterday some good-minded individuals purchase a form for Governor Obaseki. People who know what good governance are. They stand in solidarity to the governor, and we are all going to do that. So, if you know what's best for you, take a leave now or start supporting the governor right now. You said in a free and fair election that you are very confident that you will emerge victorious. You will win. Well, you just said free and fair. Let it be so. Let it be so, and let's see how you're going to win that with your godfather, Baba Rigi Planner. We know what's up. But free and fair, bring it on. We are here for you people, waiting to see how you're going to rig Obaseki out. They ask you, what has changed? What has changed between 4 or 5 years ago till now when you left APC? What has changed? Oshomole say you are a thief. Not my word. Don't quote me. Size-Iyamu. Oshomole said you are a thief. And up till this minute, Oshomole hasn't come back to debunk those words. He hasn't come out to say you are not a thief. So should we not vote a thief? Hey. Okay. Let's reason it in a different way. Maybe Oshomole is broke. Or he wants to cover his shit then. Yeah. I think he wants to cover his shit. Because when a thief is being supported by people who call them thieves, they say they have proof that you stole, and now they are the ones sponsoring you. Hey, they want to come and steal again, oh. Edo people, please, I am begging. They can fool us sometimes, but not all the time. Don't let this happen. Don't let this happen. Size-Iyamu should never, ever come back, because this man is very desperate. The question is, what are you looking for? What are you looking for? Yeah? Go back to your farm. Go back to your farm. Thank you. And then he concluded by saying, beating Governor Obaseki will be a piece of cake. All right. You've eaten that cake, and we are waiting for you to have it as well. That piece of cake you ate, we are waiting for you to have it again. And we're going to see how that was going to happen. Size-Iyamu, stay away from Edo politics. We are tired of retarded, greedy, ignorant people like you. Allow peace to reign in our state. We don't want Agberos dictating the life of learned people. We don't want them anymore. And that's your mission. And moreover, you so-called Adams Oshomole, You have done your time. You fought the people before you. You said no more God for that reason. And here you are, perpetrating yourself as an immortal Godfather. You are a joker. Your time is up. A word is enough for the wise. Get out of that your greedy head and start putting your name back in the good book rather than see yourself being disgraced in no short time. Thank you, and God bless you until we meet again.